Hello, my name is Bob Baer. I'm the director of the Center for Innovation in Transition and Employment at Kent State University. And we're working very closely with the Office of Career and Technical Education and the Office for Exceptional Children to bring you some information that we think will be very useful for you in teaching students with a wide range of learning needs. I hope you will see me as someone who can help you in researching your needs and adapting some of the best training that's out there to the needs of your students in your classrooms. We're talking about improving the performance of all students, not just students with disabilities, and universal design for learning can do that.
Over the years that I've worked with a number of career and technical education teachers, one of the biggest challenges that they mention is working with students with special needs. A key component of universal design is the flexibility of the approach when you're teaching career and technical education students in the classroom, in the lab, as well as student organizations. All these problems that we identified led to the creation of the CTE project. And we are hoping that with the resources that we have in place, based on the website as well as the workshops that we are running, that we'll be able to give the CTE teacher the tools that they need to work with students with disabilities, be it in the classroom, in the lab, as well as student organizations.
What we've provided for you today is a wine tasting. We gave very brief coverage for the concepts, but we tried to give you some tools that you can take and use in your classroom right away. However, we don't expect you to become an expert from this short training. What we would like you to do is to come and visit our website at www.cteproject.com, and you can get more information about each of these topics, and it'll also give you information how you can contact us and arrange for us to come in and help you develop training for your own career technical education teachers. This is our third module in universal design, and it's providing flexibility in the way that students respond to content. Multiple modes and ways that they can express themselves or be assessed. So it could be through drill sessions. It might be for the very advanced student doing a much more independent study where they look at how they can apply this in a real world setting. But one of the things that I think helps to understand differentiated instruction is something that Carol Tomlinson used called Think Tac Toe. And basically the idea of Think Tac Toe is to create different approaches to the material that look at different ways that material is learned in depth. Now, this doesn't mean that one student may be just strictly doing tactile and another one doing strictly auditory. The idea is that each of these different approaches to knowledge is going to increase the depth of their understanding. What you have is kind of a blueprint of how you might want students to learn if they were going on to college. You might want to focus on the horizontal and vertical. Tomlinson talks about the different ways of mastering content. And you'll see that there's knowledge, synthesis, evaluation, and comprehension. So looking at ways that students can approach the knowledge in those more academic ways. But on the corners, you'll see that we also have something that would be very good for students who tend to be your non-traditional learners. You're a very kinesthetic student who can't sit still. You're an auditory student who can't be quiet. Your tactile student who might be a non-reader and is having to master concepts through much more demonstration kinds of approaches. And your visual person who might be somebody who's very artistic. You could require your students to, we want you to connect the dots. You could say, I want you to complete 2 of these. You'll notice in the middle I have core content. That's what all students would need. Those are your curriculum standards. We have cooperative learning strategies. It's very important, many of you know, after you've been through group assignments, that often one person does all the work and everybody else kind of goes along for the ride. So one of the things that is the jigsaw approach is a very popular method that's used for this, and I give you a connection to the website. 2 criteria. Each member's effort is required and indispensable to the group, and each member has a unique contribution. Each student then in that home group is given a different portion of the assignment. Then each individual from the home group moves to an expert group who discusses the different approaches. And then finally they return to the home group, and the home group then as a group develops a presentation that incorporates all aspects of the assignment into a single presentation.